rejuvenating, etc. For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting, then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car,
At work,
at home,
on your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Hey there, this is Archie, and it's Starr Radio UK and the morning show.
This is Starr Radio. This is
UK.
Starr Radio
UK.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Star Radio. Star Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Oh, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. I want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the first day of July, the year 2024, with the time exactly at 11 o'clock. And this is Star Radio UK, and this is your morning show with the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
And I want to welcome you all to the program this morning. Yes, a new month, a new day. An election week here in London as well, the UK. Let me put it that way. And wherever you might be, if you are in France, well. It's quite an interesting time there. And we will be looking at all those things. It's a year where there's going to be loads of elections happening. But how that is going to impact the global politics, we're going to be looking into all those things as the times or the days and the weeks and the months and the years unfold. We'll be looking into that. However, today I'm going to be your captain. I'm going to make sure I bring you everything from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. I'm going to bring that your way. But do me a massive favor, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages. And let me say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Gaye, HRH Linda Pallien, all the way in Cyprus, Mr. Pallien and Yasantua. I salute you all. A special good morning also goes to the one and only Bishop Adesina. Massive good morning to you. Anthony Adedeji, good morning. Mr. Olayomi Koike, Yomi, good morning to you. Olakunle, good morning. Shamsuddin, good morning. Tosino, all the way in Moscow, good morning to you. Felix, morning to you. Kojo D, good morning. And as many of you who have tuned in this morning to listen to us, wherever you might be, I salute you all. I welcome you to the program. This is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So, by way of program outline, this is how the program is going for you today. I'm going to bring you the coach for the day, the weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel update. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as Global Trotting. Then after which we continue from there, we will be bringing you the details of all the stories that is making the rounds. At 11:45, the lines will be open for you to add your voice to the discussions. And then exactly at 12 o'clock, we cross over to Cyprus, where our own HRH is to bring you Career 101. At 12:30, we bring the curtains down for the end of the program. However, the program will not be void of music. I'm going to bring you music from all. And if you are celebrating a special day today or whatever it is for you today, let me say yes. I'm going to bring you all that. Yes, just call in, just text in, and we'll make sure we deliver on that promise. But I'm saying good morning and happy birthday to Josephine Japan. It is Josephine Japan. Wherever you are this morning, I salute you. I hope you are doing very, very well. Good morning to you and a happy birthday to you wherever you are this morning. My ladies and gentlemen, this is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to exactly 4 minutes past the top of the hour. And let me put it this way, let's crack on. So the quote for the day says, take time to prepare and opportunities will chase you afterwards. Take time to prepare and opportunities will chase you afterwards. Now, how do you do so? How will you do so? You want to know? You got to stay tuned and you don't got to touch the dial at all, because I'm going to bring you everything that you need to know that will help you. That is when it gets to the Career 101 with HRH Linda Pallien this morning. So wherever you are, keep your dial so logged on Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, so let's move on. The weather has not been that bad over the weekend. Yeah, it wasn't hot. Neither was it cold. So those of us who like that kind of weather, we would have enjoyed it, haven't we? Somebody say, yes, we are, or we have, and we are still. Well, let me tell you what the weather has in stock for you today, and a summary of what is going to happen over the week as well, during the course of the week as well. Well, for those of you in London and southeastern part of England, this afternoon a band of patchy rain will move in from the west. Rain clearing by the evening with a few late sunny breaks developing. Now tonight will still be rather cloudy due to the areas of cloud moving in from the northwest. It's going to be bringing chance of some light showers, a few clear breaks in between the showers. Now moving on. Well, top temperature is going to be 20 degrees. The lowest is going to be 13 degrees. Pollen level is going to be very high, and pollen is going to be moderate. Pollution is going to be low. Sunset 21. Sunrise for tomorrow morning 04:48 hours, and that brings us straight to the end of straight to the travel updates as well. And as I would say, keep your eyes on the roads. As we keep you navigated. I promise I'm on the Starr Radio Travel Update. I come to where every weekday from 10:40, but now coming your way at 7 minutes past the top of the hour. So if you are using underground this morning, what have I got news for you? Well, on the underground this morning, the northern line has got minor delays due to an earlier fire alert at Morden. That aside, all the other lines are running a good service. London Overground, no service between Wilson Junction and Richmond. Severe delays between Stratford and Clapham Junction due to an earlier fire alert at Hackney Central. Good service on all other London Overground routes. Now, the London Tram Link is also having some issue. Unite, the union members are due to strike from 20 hours. That was yesterday until Monday, the 8th July. And again from Thursday 11 July until Monday the 15th July, impacting London tram services. Customers are encouraged to check before they travel, as reduced service will operate on most strike days. On strike days, it is expected that no services will operate before 07 hours and 18 hours each day, and between 07 hours and 18 hours each day, there will be no service between Reeves Corner and East Croydon. A planned engineering works on Saturday 6 July and Sunday 7 July will mean, in addition, no London tram service will operate east of East Croydon. Now, no service between Reeves Corner and the East Croydon, and no service between Arena and LMSN due to industrial action. That aside, DLR is running a good service there. Let's see what is happening on the major roads in London, because we know when things like that happen, the people have to use alternative means of transport, either using the buses or driving their own cars. Now, on the major roads in London, A40 and A406 are experiencing serious delays. That aside, all the others have got no exceptional delays. River Bus, the London River Bus is running a good service there as well. London Cable Car, good service there as well. The National Rail on the National Rail this morning as well. Let me tell you what is happening there. But keep your eyes on the roads, as we keep you navigated. Our promise, our bond. Now, East Midlands Railway has got minor delays. Northern Rail, minor delays. Scott Rail, minor delays. And Thames Link, minor delays. All the others are running a good service. So on that note, as I would say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. Take a commercial break and we come back. We continue with the program. Stay tuned. Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 002 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business. The show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Welcome back to the program, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now exactly to 11 minutes past 11, and it is the Monday edition of the morning show. So stay tuned and don't touch the dial. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. On the first day of July 2024. So we now go global trotting. Let's see what's happening from across the globe. Okay, those of you on our Facebook and all the platforms that we are broadcasting on, thank you very much. Just stay there and don't touch the dial at all. Now, kicking off from Nigeria, as we normally will. I know your formula. Shehu Sani vows to confront the Federal Capital Minister Wike. A UK-based Nigerian cab driver confesses to receiving salary from Nigerian government despite relocating. And pilot, okay, all right. Just bear with me. Pilot survives as Nigeria Air Force helicopter crashes in Kaduna, and NNPC opens up on forcing customers to buy lubricant at filling stations. I will tell you more about that. NDLEA raids Abuja drug party, arrests 60, intercepts 7.3 billion naira cocaine. Now, 1 killed, 4 kidnapped in Abuja. World Bank says Nigeria gets $19.5 billion of SSAs and $54 billion of diaspora remittance, which is good money. So when people are bringing those monies in, what? Akwa Ibom to gain 107 kilometers segment of 700 kilometers Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. And in Nigeria again account for missing 100 billion naira dirty notes. Others say are telling Serap to tell. Instructing Serap to tell the CBN. Then Warri Port Harcourt Kaduna refineries will begin operation by December. Senator Ibisangba is also saying, well, is there going to be a sabotage there as well? Oni unveils new hospital, promises free treatment for emergency, and foundation trains over 1,000 teenagers on tech skills. And then some other stories. Again, the one that is making the most headlines. Serap gives CBN 7 days to account for missing 100 billion dirty naira notes and other public funds. I'll be telling you more about all that as the program unfolds. So wherever you are, don't you go away. On the African continent, Mauritania President Ghazani on track for re-election. Provisional results is saying, and UNESCO finds ISIS era bombs in Mosul Mosque. War as well. In other stories, still 6.3 million people in need of humanitarian support. Some of the stories making the rounds there. And Congo youth fighters join forces with army to defend that part of it. Nigeria suspected female suicide bombers killed at least 18. That's what authorities are saying. And Cyril Ramaphosa names unprecedented government of national unity. We'll be looking into all that as the program unfolds. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bodies of 2 children found at Kakpayili are suspected to have been killed for rituals. Well, we hope the investigation goes through, that we know exactly what is happening there. That is from Ghana as well. Baumia unites Opoku Prempe and Wontumi ahead of running mates announcement. Well, we'll be telling you more as and when we have any information. Is Opoku Prempe going to be Napo going to be running mate for Baumia? Okay, we'll see. Other stories as well. Let me say good morning to Mr. Yawin Temefree of the NDC UK and Ireland chapter. Oh, the first son of Kwame Nkrumah has died age 89. Oh my goodness. Yes, we'll be looking into that. Now, Archie from Bom lied. Not all accounts are from Bono Obribwahin is saying. Okay. And the IGP leak tape committee makes no decision. I'm going to bring you more about that, because some are saying that he's been either let go or report of temporary removal is fake. We'll be telling you more about that. Freddie Blay, Kwame Blay drag Ablakwa Media General Johnny Hughes to court for defamation. For what? Well, we like defamation, right? Yeah, everything defamation. Everything defamation. Okay, UGM MC successfully performs 6 kidney transplants there. That's University of Ghana Medical School. Center in Legon. That's what they've done there. Right, it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, in other parts of the world as well. Yeah. France's far right celebrates lead and 6 majority. Some of the stories making the round. That's Le Pen's party now dominant force in France. How is it going to augur for France as a whole? Because the issue is, why did Macron just call that election a snap election? Why did he do that? If they went for European election and then your party, actually lost greatly when it came to that. Now, just leave the local elections. Leave that elections alone. But you're calling it now. If the far right wins the second stage of the elections, I bet you it will be difficult for him to govern. Well, they are not running for presidential, but parliamentary. Okay, now it will be difficult because he will not have majority or whatever it takes in parliament to make all those decisions that he is making, and that will be quite difficult time for him in his tenure. So let's see what is going to happen from there. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. 18 minutes past 11 the time. The morning show, the program. I continue. I'm here, your one and only Archie, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right. Now, another story. Steve Bannon says MAGA army ready as he reports to prison. Well, make America great again. That is the MAGA. Okay? That is Trump's people. Now, let me be upfront. Now, when we seem to be following a trend, okay? And I don't know whether it's conviction, I don't know whatever it is, but we don't analyze things with these brains that God has given us. If not, you put all the brains in one person's head, and then we will all be there. You remember the Kuku Anansi story back in the day? It's one of the Ghanaian heritage, call it stories that we do. If they want to use that to maybe advise people or to teach children, and the Kuku Anansi thought he was the wisest person on earth, that nobody has got that until it got a point when he was climbing a port that is got all the wisdom in the world put into it, but instead of hanging the pot behind him, he had the pot in front of him and climbing the tree that he wanted to go and hide it there so that nobody would be the wisest person that but him alone. He found out that no, he should have put that behind him. That's when his son in Tekuma, they say, oh, and I say, you should have done this. And he said that, no. I don't have all the wisdom. But it looks like we don't have the brains to think for ourselves, especially when it comes to some politics that seems to be going on. Why do you vote for the... because it's going to be said. But you look at the whole thing and you ask yourself the question, what are people really about? Well, I said that the MAGA, with everything that happened, if I don't believe in democracy, I don't believe in the rule of law, I don't believe in the law that is governing the game, why should I even be part of it? So you ask yourself that is democracy outlived its usefulness in the world? So maybe we need autocrats, some people who come in and say this is what, and we have our army where they will stand against the armies of the state or whatever, and then they will decide to say that this is what we want and that's what we're going to do. And we have some believers or some Christians or religious fanatics who also go on that path saying that the same thing. But I'll just leave that there for the time being. Starr Radio UK. I don't know. I don't get it, because when I analyze things, I analyze it holistically. And as we say, he who goes to equity must go with equity or go with a clean hand. But what do you think? Do we have people going with clean hands, or as we say, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of God? So how do you say that you are better off than somebody? Well, another story is making the rounds. Well, yesterday it was a miracle. If there is any miracle, last minute miracle for England, and that happened to beat Slovakia. But at a point I was like, what's happening there? Well, you don't know. You want to know more, you got to stay with us. We're going to be telling you more about that. Gareth Southgate, his foot was virtually out of the door until, virtually. So what are their take now? What do you think? How far do you think they're going to be going? UK planning laws deter investment, says drugs giant. What are they saying? The reform candidate defect to Tories over racism row. They think that maybe that will impact them. They defect. Some have defected. But I'll be telling you more about that. This week is the last, is it the last week? I won't call it that, but the last 3 days. So we have today, we have tomorrow, and we have Wednesday, preparation for the election that is taking place on Thursday the 4th. So, have you made up your mind yet? And what do you think? High mortgage rates pricing out buyers, says Nationwide. Lots more going to be coming your way from there. But for now, let's continue to stay on whilst I bring you some music. This is Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's take a break and enjoy this song from Theodora Gospel, Pastor Theodora Boache Ansa. Okay. It says everlasting to everlasting.
We bow before your throne, oh great I am, omnipotent.
This is Starr Radio UK.
In your car,
At work,
at home,
on your smartphone.
all around the world.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7. Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
You are listening to Star Radio Morning Show.
Your kingdom reigns from age to age, everlasting to everlasting, from Theodora Gospel this morning. Wherever you might be, I want to welcome you once again to the Star Radio UK Monday edition of the morning show. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only. You don't know.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Okay, so now let's move on to the stories, the details of all the stories that we put across at exactly 11:29. So brace yourself. We're going to be speeding like no man's business. Starting from Nigeria. Now, the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has urged Mr. Olayemi Cardozo, Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, to account for and explain the whereabouts of the over 100 billion naira dirty and bad notes and other large sums of cash awaiting examination, which are kept in various branches of the CBN. Now, SERAP said the allegations are documented in the latest annual reports recently published by the Auditor General of the Federation. Now, SERAP also urged him to explain the whereabouts of 7.2 billion naira budgeted for the construction of the CBN Dutz branch in 2010 and the 4.8 billion naira budgeted for renovation of the CBN Abeokuta branch in 2009, and to publish the names of the contractors who collected the money but failed to complete the project. Now, SERAP urged him to explain the whereabouts of the alleged missing outstanding loan of 1.2 billion naira granted to the Enugu state government in 2015 and the outstanding loan of 1.9 billion granted to the Anambra state government between 2015 and 2016, and to fully recover and remit public funds to the treasury. Now, SERAP also urged him to refer these grave violations of the Nigeria Constitution 1999 as amended, the CBN Act, and the country's national and international anti-corruption obligation to appropriate anti-corruption agencies for investigations and prosecution as appropriate and recovery of the public funds. In the letter dated 29th of June 2024 and signed by SERAP Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, the organization said these grim allegations by the Auditor General suggest grave violations of the public trust, the provisions of the Nigerian Constitution, the CBN Act, and national and international anti-corruption obligation. Now, SERAP said these grave violations are also reflects a failure of CBN accountability more generally and are directly linked to the institution's persistent failure to comply with its act and to uphold the principles of transparency and accountability. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay. A former federal lawmaker, Shehu Sani, has expressed his determination to confront the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, regarding his recent remarks at an event. During his appearance on Channels Television Politics, Sani responded to Wike's challenge to him to outline his contribution to democracy during his time in the Senate. Now, appearing visibly angered, Sani, who represented Kaduna Central Senatorial District in the 8th National Assembly, accused the former governor of Rivers State of deliberately requesting to speak last at events in order to avoid responding to criticism. Now, next time when we go for an event, since I know his formula, speaking last, closing the chapter, and everybody should go home, it will never happen again. He will certainly get a reply, Sani said. The former lawmaker said, Wike is my good friend. I would have preferred to reply to him at an event rather than on the TV. I have attended 2 events where he strategically praised himself at the end of the event and made sure nobody replied him. But I believe that when an opportunity comes next, I'm going to take him on. Oh boy. But nobody can demean the struggle we did to free Nigeria from military dictatorship, if not for the struggle we did to de-establish military dictatorship in Nigeria. People like Wike couldn't have been local government chairman, governor, and or a minister today. He is a beneficiary of our struggles and sweats and all that we have invested in it. There was a certain time when I was in Port Harcourt prison, serving a prison term as a political prisoner. Where was he at the time? Sheikh Hussaini emphasized that Wike's comments was not directed towards him personally, but rather focused on the Senate's effort to enhance democracy. He clarified that he did not take Wike's remarks as a personal attack. Well, what do you think? When people have not seen your toils and what you have done to move things or turn things around so that you get to where you are at the moment, and they come poo-pooing everything that you've done, your quest and everything, what do you do about that? This is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on quickly. A pilot has survived as the Nigeria Armed Forces or Air Force helicopter crashed in Kaduna. An Air Force helicopter belonging to the Nigeria Air Force crashed in early hours of Monday morning in Tami village located in Kaduna. An Air Force helicopter belonging to an eyewitness who did not want to be mentioned said the incident occurred at approximately 5 a.m., causing significant alarm among local residents. The helicopter, on a routine operational flight, experienced technical difficulties that led to the crash. Fortunately, the pilot managed to execute emergency protocols effectively, ensuring his own survival. Eyewitnesses at the scene said that the pilot emerged from the wreckage largely unscathed. Now, Daily Trust gathered that residents at Tami village quickly mobilized to the crash site, offering assistance where possible and expressing relief that no life was lost. We heard a loud noise and rushed to the scene. We were surprised and relieved to see the pilot alive, said a local villager who witnessed the crash. It was gathered that a team of military officers from the Nigeria Air Force swiftly arrived at the scene to secure the area and conduct an initial investigation. The cordon of the crash site is to prevent unauthorized access and to ensure the safety of the villagers. Now, the officers also began a preliminary assessment to determine the cause of the crash, which remains unknown at this time. And as and when we have it, I promise you one thing for sure, we're gonna bring that your way. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company has said it does not attach any conditions for petrol purchases at its retail outlets. The NNPC said a video clip on social media showing an attendant asking the customers buy other product does not represent its position. The company said it had begun an investigation into the issue and that the culprits will face disciplinary action. Well, we hope so. The NNPC also said it did not ask any of its attendants to demand from users to buy lubricants or engine oil as a condition for purchasing fuel. Now, Chief Corporate Communications Officer Olufemi Soneye disclosed this in a statement on Sunday. Now, that Soneye reports say that Soneye said the company saw a recent video on social media showing a pump attendant at one of its petrol stations forcing customers to purchase lubricants or engine oil before buying fuel. Sort of conditional sales going on. But they're saying, no, we've not requested anything of the sort, and they are going to be investigating. The corporates are brought to charge. Starr Radio UK 11:37. So bringing you updates from Nigeria. A couple more, and then we'll move on from there. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has intercepted 6,125 cartons of codeine syrup containing 1,050 bottles, 50,000 bottles. No, 1,050,000 bottles of opioid worth up to 7.35 billion naira in street value at the Port Harcourt Ports Complex, Oni River State. Now, operatives of the agency made a seizure from 6 containers on Saturday, the third of such in the past 4 weeks, following credible intelligence and diligent tracking of the consignment from their port of departure by a special operations unit of the NDLEA. The operation was in partnership with Port Harcourt Ports Command on the agency and other security agencies, including Customs Services, for 100% joint examination of the targeted containers. The Director, Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, in a statement said at the end of the joint examination of the 6 containers, a total of 6,125 cartons containing 1,050,000 bottles of codeine syrup weighing 157.500 kilograms were recovered on Saturday. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. A couple of stories quickly, and then we go. Nigeria has accounted for about 35% of diaspora remittance in sub-Saharan Africa, with the country receiving $19.5 billion out of the region's $54 billion inflows last year. Now, latest migration and development brief released at the weekend, however, showed that remittance flows to sub-Saharan Africa recorded a slight decrease of 0.3%. Remittances supported the current accounts of several African countries that were dealing with food insecurity, drought, supply chain disruption, floods, and debt servicing difficulties. Continuing, the bank said remittance flows were nearly 1.5 times the size of foreign direct investment flows in 2023 and relatively more stable. The largest recipients in remittances in the region during the 2023 measured in dollar terms includes Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, and Zimbabwe. Remittances have become the most important foreign exchange earner in several countries. The regional growth in remittance in 2023 was largely driven by strong remittance growth in Uganda, 50% to $1.4 billion, Rwanda, 9.3% to $0.5 billion, Kenya, 2.6% to $4.2 billion, and Tanzania with 4% to $0.7 billion. Remittances to Nigeria accounting for around 35% of the total remittance inflows. The region decreased by 2.9% to $19.5 billion as well. There are others that follow suit. We are Ghana and all that. But if you look at the amount of money that we remit, call it monthly, when it comes to them making policies that will favor us so that we can also have an input into the politics that is going on there, they don't really want to do that for us. Okay, so you're here and you've not been able to vote. If you want to vote, you have to fly down to go and vote. And can you just imagine going to Ghana to go and vote in December? High season time? Well, but what do you think? Well. Now, one other story. There we go. Justice James Omotosho has delivered a judgment that the IPOB leader failed to show evidence that his conversation with his lawyers was backed by DSS, or that his lawyers were stopped from taking notes from him during the conversation. The judge therefore held that there was no evidence before him to show that he was denied a fair hearing as claimed in a suit. Nakano had in the suit claimed that DSS and its Director General violated his right to fair hearing by allegedly preventing his lawyers from having unhindered interactions with him, where he is being detained in preparation for his defense in his criminal trial. Namdi speaks after the court's recent judgment, and that's what he said. If it's okay for Azikwe, Awolowo, or Balewa to seek and gain Nigeria's self-determination from UK, why is it crime for Nnamdi Kanu and Prime Minister Simon Ekpa to seek Biafra self-determination from Nigeria? If Afonjas and Arewes aren't parasites, Nigeria calamities is just beginning and getting worse. Well, what do you think? It goes on further to say, is it okay for Azikwe, Awolowo, and Balewa to seek a gain for self-determination? Well, so what do you think about all that? Well, the court says, the judge says that, well, there isn't enough evidence to show. So the Abuja division dismissed 1 billion naira suit filed by the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOP, Nnamdi Kanu, against the federal government and the Department of State, that is services, that's the DSS. Okay, well, listeners, this is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And let's move on to other parts of Africa at 17 minutes to the top of the hour. In another election that is taking place on the African continent, according to the provisional results released on Sunday, Mauritania's President Mohamed Ould Ghazouani is on track to secure a second mandate after positioning the country as a strategic ally of the West in the region swept by coups and violence. Ghazouani, a former army chief and the current president of the African Union, who is seeking re-election on a pledge of providing security and economic growth, obtained 55% of the votes from over 80% polling station, according to the country's Independent Electoral Commission. His main rival, anti-slavery activist Biram Dar Abeid, who received 22.4% of votes with a turnout of almost 55%, won on Sunday against an electoral coup d'etat for the benefit of Ghazouani, who was defeated by voters. Now, although his opponents accuse him of corruption and mismanagement, Ghazouani remains popular among Mauritanians, who see him as a beacon of stability. The vote is taking place in particularly tense regional climate, with Mauritania's neighbors shaken by military coups and jihadi violence. Well, listeners, this is Star Radio UK. Is Mauritania in a safe hand? Okay. Well, one final story from there, and then we move on as well. Now, Algerian authorities have arrested 2 journalists for publishing a video showing businesswomen protesting how they were treated at a government-sponsored event. Now, Sofiane Giros and Femat Omar of the news website Algeria Scoop were detained last week for broadcasting material authorities claim constituted incitement and hate speech. Now, according to a statement from the National Committee for the Liberation of Detainees, a local watchdog group, on Saturday. In the video, women startup founders accuse the government of humiliating and treating them with contempt at an innovation event organized by the Ministry of Education and Professional Training. Now, Giros is the editor-in-chief of Algeria Scoop, accredited by the government in 2021, and Omar is the website director. The press freedom group Reporters Without Borders recently downranked Algeria on its freedom. Okay, just bear with us. There's a call coming through. Let's see who is there. Just bear with us. Hello,
I'm calling from One Age Group to update your free directory listing. Am I through to Star Radio UK?
You are on air. I'm on a live program show. So let me finish the program and call you back.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Okay, listeners, I sincerely apologize for that as well. I I will sort that out. I will sort that out later on. I sincerely apologize for that. Okay. All right. So now, let's move on. Let me say happy birthday to Perry as well. Boss, I didn't know that it was Agbomo's birthday today. But if it's your birthday, Agbo, happy birthday to you. I hope that you enjoy all the blessings from the Most High God. All right? Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on straight on to the other part, the other stories that is making the round. So that is what is happening in Algeria as well. Now they publish a story or a scene or a video that is true, and they are saying, why did they publish it? Because you're going to cause incitement. Now, if they are bringing about or causing incitement, what have you done about that? What has been your contribution to that? In other stories making the rounds in Ghana as well, GSA, Ghana Standards Authority, is to shut down cement factories using inferior materials. Well, what materials are they using? In the politics front as well, we have the flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Bawumia. Also, I don't know whether he's going to choose Napo or Poku Prempeh as his running mate. Now, Vice President and New Patriotic Party presidential candidate for election in 2024, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, has successfully mediated the differences between Bernard and Chibosiako, aka Wontumi, the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh Napo, that is of the NPP Member of Parliament for Menchia South and Minister for Energy. The long-standing issues between Wontumi and Napo with the NPP in the Ashanti region, including disagreement over various party matters and Napo's potential nomination as Bawumia's running mate for the December 2024 election, have been resolved. This reconciliation was part of a broader consultation undertaken by Dr. Bawumia ahead of announcing his running mate. According to his reports from some radio station, Dr. Bawumia convened the meeting at his official residence, attended by Wontumi, Napo, Nanan Kansa Boedu, and other senior party members. These discussions were conducted in a constructive atmosphere, leading to the resolution of all outstanding issues between the two NPP leaders. And as sources familiar with the negotiations affirmed that Wontumi and Napo have committed to setting aside their differences and uniting behind Dr. Bawumia's leadership. Now, this unity sets the stage for Dr. Bawumia to present Napo as his running mate nominee to the NPP National Council, scheduled for endorsement on Tuesday, July 2. Once endorsed by the National Council, Dr. Bawumia will proceed to officially announce Napo as his running mate in the first week of July, marking a pivotal moment as the NPP gears up for the upcoming presidential and parliamentary election. How would that affect the fortunes of the NPP? Listeners, this is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Now, I've got about another 10 minutes to take you to Cyprus, where we have HRT in the Pallien. Now, Dr. Francis Nkrumah, the eldest son of Ghana's first president, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, has died. His death was confirmed by Indian actor and editor Vijay Prashad, who broke the news on social media on Sunday, June 30. Dr. Francis Nkrumah has just died. He was the oldest son of Kwame Nkrumah. He spent his life as a pediatrician, highly loved by his patients. Dr. Nkrumah remained in Ghana after the coup against his father and continued to work as a doctor and scientist. He wrote. The editor of Nkani Books, publishers of the latest edition of the Revolutionary Thoughts of Kwame Nkrumah, quoted a foreword of the edition written by Dr. Francis Nkrumah, in which he eulogized his father, stating, "I feel presently that Africa continues to miss Kwame Nkrumah unless we go back and revisit the Kwame Nkrumah, what Kwame Nkrumah actually meant for Ghana and for Africa." Francis Nkrumah was the first son of Dr. Nkrumah, with his siblings being Gamel Nkrumah, Samia, and Sekou Nkrumah. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Listeners, this is Starr Radio UK. In other parts of the world, well, the far right are making inroads. Now, France's far right is in pole position after the first round of parliamentary election that confirmed their dominance in French politics and brought them to gates of power. Now, supporters of Marine Le Pen's anti-immigration national rally cheered as she said the president Macronist bloc has been all but wiped out. The RN won 33% of the vote, with a left-wing alliance behind 28%, and Macron come behind on 20%. I aim to be prime minister for all the French people if the French give us their vote, said 28-year-old RN party leader Jordan Bardella. Never before has the far right won the first round of a French parliamentary election. The simple fact that it has become possible is historic, says veteran commentator Alain Duhamel. Now, what Marine Le Pen and Jordan Bardella want is an absolute majority of 289 seats in the 577 seats National Assembly. Now, seat projections for next Sunday's second round of votes suggest they may fall short. So let's see what is going to happen there. But this is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. As we press with time now, let's move on straight to some other stories making the round. Donald Trump's former top advisor Steve Bannon has told the BBC not to fear, that he doesn't fear going to prison or watching the former president to end 2024 campaign from behind bars. After being convicted of contempt of Congress, the man who was seen as the power behind the scenes in the White House at the start of Trump's presidential term in 2017 will report to a federal prison in Connecticut on Monday. He is still appealing against his conviction for refusing to appear in front of the committee of lawmakers investigating the 6 January 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol by Trump supporters. Bannon has claimed that that conversation he had with the president that day should be protected under executive privilege. But last week, the Supreme Court ruled he could not delay his sentence until after the appeal was heard. And now Bannon will have to face his 4 months sentence. I've served my country now for the last 10 or so years focusing on this, he said in an interview, referring to a politics and make America great again movement. If I have to do it in prison, I do it in prison. It makes no difference at all. He said that he was unconcerned about missing a crucial part of Trump's campaign, as there is the MAGA army ready to ensure the former president defeats Joe Biden and returns to the White House. I'm ready to go, he said. I'm all set up. While his efforts to delay his sentence failed, Bannon said he intended to broadcast one final edition of his right-wing TV show and podcast from outside the prison gates before turning himself into authorities. After that, his show, described as a military command center for MAGA, will remain on the air in his absence. He has arranged for other hosts to present the war room along with all his regular contributors. A former Goldman Sachs banker turned alt-right media figure, Bannon was seen by Democrats as the brain behind not only Trump's extraordinary political rise, but also some of his most divisive policies. He shot to national prominence as chief executive of Donald Trump's successful 2016 presidential campaign, and then became one of the most powerful figures in Washington as White House chief strategist early in the Trump administration. 7 months into the White House position, however, he was fired and spent time adrift from Trump's inner circle. The challenging aspect of Bannon's persona is that most commentators alternate between calling him a mastermind and saying that he is irrelevant, said Benjamin Tittelbaum, the author of War for Eternity, inside Bannon's far right circle of global power brokers. He is both extreme at once. In the interim, Bannon appears to have worked his way back into the Trump fold, and for the last 5 years has hosted the War Room, where he has continued to back the former president and his movement. Now, what do you think is going to happen? But, well, it's all unraveling here, and let's see how that is going to pan out today being the first day of July. Let's see. I've lined up a nice music that I'm going to bring you away. But parties are ramping up their election campaign with just 3 days left to convince voters ahead of the polls opening on Thursday. Sir Ed Davey urged people to do something you've never done before: vote Liberal Democrats during a bungee jump in Eastbourne. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak hits out at Labour on immigration, saying the party has no answers when it comes to securing the UK's borders. Now, while Keir Starmer asked voters to judge him in 5 years' time against improved public services, the economy, and living standards. SNP leader John Sweeney is pressed about his party's plans for independence, as well as the gender reform bill and the NHS during an audience phone in on the BBC. The Green Party is calling for a $22 billion cash boost to fix what is called crumbling hospitals, while Reform UK and Widdicombe tells Women's Hour about the party's plan to protect women's spaces. Okay, this is all come your way from Starr Radio UK. And ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are listening to us from, we're going to take a break, some music, and once we come back, you know what? I'll be taking you to Cyprus, where our own HRH Linda Pallien is going to be on Career 101. But for now, let's take a quick break, and then I bring you that music while we prepare the grounds for Linda to come your way. Stay tuned. Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 002 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
The ballot box. Use the ballot box. Use your vote. Go to the polling station and give them a bloody nose. Go to the polling station and give them a bloody nose. One man, one vote. It is your right. If you have a vote, you've got power. So every man have a vote. Every woman have a vote. Use the ballot box. Use the ballot box. Use your vote. Go to the polling station and give them a bloody nose. Go to the polling station and give them a bloody nose. Take no lies, take no bribe, take no promises, take no stain, take no sound bites, no slogan shouting. Use the ballot box. Use the ballot box. Use your vote. Go to the polling station and give them a bloody nose. Go to the polling station and give them a bloody
Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I'll bring you the full music at the tail end of the program. But for now, let us go to Cyprus, where I've got our own HRH Linda Pallien. And let me say, Linda, good afternoon to you.
House, so it's a lot of packing boxes and all of that.
You moved houses.
Yeah.
Thank God, this lady is doing good. We have to go to Cyprus now. I mean, we are moving from Ghana to Cyprus. I think that's a better place to be. At least you get a bit of warmth, but you get good economy there. Well, listeners, HRH Linda Pallien, she's going to come your way, or she's going to be telling us, or be dealing with Career 101 this afternoon. So wherever you are, don't you go away at all. We're going to be crossing straight to her. What are we looking at this afternoon?
So we're looking at careers advice for young people, college students and university students.
Okay, careers advice for young people. Okay, I got my younger daughter who is in her final year. She came over, I think, a couple getting to the weekend. She was telling me she was getting ready to write her thesis or something. She's been quite busy. Yeah, but you ask some of them, she knows what she's doing now. You ask some of them who's getting to the uni and you're asking them, what do you really want to do? And they're not sure of it. You have those of them in sixth forms, and theirs is even a worst case scenario. So what I've done is, some of the youth in the church, when I come to church every Sunday, they have to come and talk to me, because I want to find out what is going on in their heads. Okay? So, well, if you're a parent listening to us, this is the program that you have to be on this afternoon, because HRH Linda is going to lead you and teach you what you can do for people who need this advice. That is our children and our children's children. What about that? Okay, Linda, over to you.
Fantastic. I love what you said about helping the youth and at least talking to them and having those conversations. And that's the importance of careers advice, just starting those conversations and planting those seeds early.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time when we're working with adults, they're like, oh, I wish I had somebody like you when I was young. And you really don't want them to wait to that time before they start thinking, oh, could I really make a career out of this hobby that I've been doing, or is this even possible for me? What do I need to get into this career? Because sometimes we're looking at our parents or people that are older than us, and we think, oh, I really want to do what they do, and we have no idea what it is, or if logistically it's possible for us. So the earlier young people start having these conversations, the better. So it's amazing to at least ask the question, what do you want to do? It's a ratty question, nobody wants to answer that. It starts you thinking. You don't have to have an answer, but it gets you thinking, if I had all the resources in the world, what would I be doing? Where would I be spending my time? How can I apply my existing skills into a career to get some money? Whatever it is, or to do something that is fulfilling to me, or to make a difference. So definitely careers advice is very important at any age, at every age. Whether you're young, whether you're thinking of changing careers later in life, whether you're planning retirement, it's important, because our vocation is pretty much where we spend most of our time. So it's important to at least feel confident in what we're doing. So this,
go on.
I've listed 10 steps that I use for young people to start thinking about. But of course, if you're not a young person, you know a young person, then do direct to them this way, and if not, it's interesting for an older person just to listen what they can be doing right now, as well if you're planning a career change or promotion. So we'll start. The first step is seek internship opportunities. A lot of people wait until maybe the college or the university organizes it, but as a proactive young person, it's good. There's so much competition out there, so you really need to start. Internships is really important, whether it's a compulsory part of your course or not. It's important to get that done early. Don't get caught up in your working part-time that you miss out on an internship opportunity. A lot of people do the bar work and the waitressing and the weekend job, so you don't have time for an internship because it eats into your time. But you're building your future, so sometimes you have to weigh the pros and cons. I remember when I was working for a supermarket, and I had this internship opportunity to go work in China for a bit, and the supermarket wouldn't give me the time off to go do that, and they literally asked me to choose between that. And of course you can understand them because they're managing a business and they have their staff and their concerns. So again, this is another good point. Listen, be careful whose advice you take, because they might be encouraging you to stay because it suits them. But what is good for you and your future in the long term? And then when you weigh it, you can do that. So definitely for internship opportunities, networking, you leveraging your network, people from church, people from your academic tutors, people, your friends' parents who might be in careers that you want to do, fairs, research, internet research. A lot of us consume social media in the social context, but it's a great way to pull together a nice pool of people that are interested in what they do, that you can reach out to and sort of seek an internship that way too. So don't miss out on those opportunities to expand your network and to be able to secure an internship without waiting for your school to organize it. Because even when the schools organize it, you still have the application process to do. So you might as well get in there. The second aspect about getting your career work in is work-study program. The work-study program. Sometimes you can, if your institution doesn't offer it, you can create it, you can arrange this yourself. Within Europe, they have the Erasmus program. I think the UK still benefits from the Erasmus program, perhaps in a different way, but or other equivalent programs where you can go and exchange in a different country, maybe even in the same country, but maybe doing 6 months of your course on a different project so that you're able to get the work experience simultaneously and have it count towards your credits for your final project. This happens definitely in universities, but also in some colleges. So look up those things and if it's possible for you in your grade. And sometimes sometimes it means that you might stay behind 1 year if you're doing a work-study program. But of course, for most universities, the fees are not the same as well. So I know that's a big concern for students. If I'm going to do 4 years rather than 3 years of my education, I might as well finish my degree early. Sometimes you're better off doing the longer period of time and then waiting for and then securing yourself, because sometimes, and actually most of the time, internships lead to long-term employment. So it's really something to consider, and especially parents as well of young people, rather than just thinking about the money aspect, or hurry up and start being a profitable member of society.
Leave me alone.
Sometimes the network and the connections you make during your internships are far more valuable than any sort of entry graduate role you might do later on, or you might settle for any sort of entry level role you might settle for because you graduated and you find out no one's hiring. So that's important. The third thing you can do is to grow your skills and knowledge and keep your skills up to date. So again, expanding the range of skills that you have, getting certificates for the skills, extracurricular skills that you're building up. So whether you're doing an online marketing course, or if you're doing an online budgeting course, or whatever it is that's complementary to what you're working towards, will stand you in good stead. You don't want to finish uni and then not be promoted over another person or not be employed because that person has maybe did a marketing degree and you've got a communications degree, and all the difference would be a 2-hour marketing program to say you've got a certificate. So it's important to start looking at these sort of satellite skills that will help you and give you the extra edge over other candidates for your graduate role. And in general, it's good practice to be a more well-rounded person. So that's really important for young people to think about, but also for the workforce in general. So a range of skills will really help. The fourth aspect is to stay focused. Stay focused in your search. Start searching early, whether it's your first year or you just turned 15. Start searching early. Start asking these questions early, as I said. And stay focused on it as well. Keep an eye on the market and the industry, what's doing, what new is coming up in the industry, where is it going, how can I prepare myself to enter this marketplace, and so future planning really will help you and keeping focused, definitely. Number 5 is to balance with the personal life. And I think this is really important. It's not necessarily a concrete, actionable skill, but it's really important. I see a lot of baby boomers, so people that now 50s, 60s, who have worked all their lives and never had any fun, because they had to be. They were so focused on work, and therefore, in their 50s, 60s, sometimes 40s, they start going off the rails a little bit because they need to have there's a balance to be had in all of this. So definitely as a young person, keep some hobbies, make sure that you're having a balanced personal life, and it also stops the psychological problems later. It gives you a sense of well-being, because in the West we're more focused on the future. We're oriented. What's going to happen? What's my next promotion opportunity? Where's my next paycheck coming from? That we don't live in the now. And sometimes this chase can feel endless. And then one day you wake up and realize you haven't lived at all. So the balance is definitely important. And it makes you well-rounded as an individual as well. And of course, it helps with your network when you're looking for contacts or introductions into a particular field or into a particular company. If you have networks and maybe in your shooting class or in your dance class who might be able to help you, again, knowing them informally, again, build your network. The next point is pursue your passion. As a young person as well, you can afford to pursue your passion. Anyone can afford to pursue their passion. I don't want that to be misleading, but as a young person, because you don't have that many dependents yet, or if any at all, you can afford to see how far you'll get with things that you're passionate about, and how you can apply them into an industry that will then pay you and you can make a career out of. When you're passionate about something, it's easy to spend more time doing it. It's easy to master the skill because you're interested naturally anyway. You seek more, and therefore you're more likely to be better than someone that's not passionate about it and just doing it because it's a job. So that's a good place to start. What am I attracted to? And it could be what you're doing, but also what you're consuming and watching. You may not necessarily be doing it physically, but it interests you when somebody talks about it, or it interests you as a program on TV or whatever it is. It's a good place to start to look at what's grabbing my attention and how can I leverage this in my career. Okay, and then 7th point will be to strive for excellence. And I think Frank touched on this earlier. stay motivated and strive for excellence. A lot of young people, especially when you're given an opportunity, they think, oh well, it's just an internship, or I'm only young, so there's not the attention to detail or the care that is attached to it. It's like, oh, it's only a little thing, I'll be forgiven, I'm a young person, oh, I can leave early, they understand that I have a life.
I will sack you. Linda, we can't hear you. Okay, yeah. No, it's faint, very faint.
Change on my end.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to be coming up a bit now. Okay, go on.
Oh, just as we got to the good bit.
Go on, we can hear you now.
Okay, fantastic. So, I was talking about doing things right.
Yeah.
Of course, when you practice getting away with doing the bare minimum, a lot of people say, oh, it's just a part-time project, I don't need to do it right. That becomes your habit. And even when you want to do it with the best of intentions, you don't have the ability to, because you're out of practice. So every opportunity, whether it's an internship, whether it's a part-time, whether it's a volunteering opportunity, whether it's paid, whether it's not paid, do it to the best of your ability. You build the skill that way. And you never know who would see that work and reward you for that. It's really important, and it's one of these short-sighted ways of looking at things. And I saw that a lot in Ghana, and of course how I grew up. We think, oh, 80, it's pretty much there, or oh, I'm almost finished. It's 4 o'clock, or before we know it, it's 5. Let me go early, and you sort of don't have the attention to detail as you need. So that's really important for young people. Build that skill earlier, and everybody will appreciate it. Everybody, wherever you go, whatever work opportunity, they appreciate it if you do something to the best of your ability. And also that you're resourceful. Managers love people that are resourceful. Don't wait and ask a question of, oh, where do I do this, when you could easily Google it. You know what I mean? Like, when people ask questions where you think, oh, how do I use this program again? And it's a 5-minute search in Google, and you wouldn't have wasted their time. And that's really helpful too. So again, building those skills that is going to make you employable and keep you employed is really important. And then of course, using the resources that are available to you as a young person, whether it's, again, as you said, like a church mentoring program, whether it's your school's career service, whether it's these incentives the companies have for taster days, where you can just apply and do an internship. There's a lot of opportunities available to you. Find them, know them, use them. These will really help you. The older you get, these opportunities either become less or they're more expensive. So as a young person, if you have an opportunity to get a free resource, get free access, use LinkedIn Pro, whatever it is. I think I know Microsoft Office used to do, this is ages ago, I don't know what the new programs are, but they used to do a student discount. Apple still do student discount. All of those, use those resources you have and build up your skill. Photoshop as well, have a free version for students as well. And if you can be able to learn that and build your skill, super important. And then let's create opportunities as well. Number 9 is to create opportunities. You don't have to wait to be handed an opportunity. Create your own opportunity, whether it's starting your own side hustle, doing a blog, looking into entrepreneurship, building your network, whether it's recent graduates or people on your course or that have done your course that you can do an insight day with or shadowing with. And of course, online, people you meet online as well, safely, of course. Then you can generate opportunities towards the career that you're heading for. And then finally, the 10th point is to find companies on social media. You can get a lot more insight into a company now from what they put out, what they share, who they're in contact with, who is recruiting in what department, what their day-to-day is like. So again, making use of social media on the corporate side as well, on the company side, to get more of an insight or to get a foot into the door is really helpful.
Wow. Listeners, you could see that this time around, I did my best not to interrupt her for her to flow all out, because these are 10 steps that if you take, it will help you a great deal in your career. I mean, as she said earlier on, there are some things that I do ask myself, that if should I have had advice at the time, I thought, whoa, I would have been that step ahead, several steps ahead, but we didn't have the opportunity where you have now, where you have programs going on advising parents as to what your wards can do or what you can do directly. But this is why Starr Radio UK, in conjunction with HRH Linda Pallien, is doing our best to bring your way, so that you know that when you sit back another 5 years, another, even call it 2 years, even a year, you see that, wow, I took this advice, and because of that, look at where I find myself. So you can count your blessings, and not sitting down one day and putting your hands in your finger in your mouth and biting it and saying, I wish. It might be too late by then. But well, it's not too late for you now that you are still alive, listening to what we will want you to listen to. This program is going to be ready on the podcast in the next few minutes, and you can go to the social media platform, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, where we broadcast it on, and go re-listen to it. It will help you a great deal, because people have to pay money to go for seminars to listen to such advices from them. But you've had it for free this morning or this afternoon. What do you think about that? Well, Linda, let me come back to you. You just sum it up quickly, and then you can put your contact details, and we can talk about my books as well.
Fantastic. So we've been talking about career advice for young people and for the youth, and the key is to start early, to make it, to take advantage of the opportunities you have now, the resources, ask, social media, whatever it is you have at your disposal. You don't have to have everything, but wherever you are and whatever resources you have, make the most of it, make the most of the contacts you have, the people you come in contact with, and make it known what you're looking to do, and seek out people who are in the same industry that might be able to help you get there. So we've shared 10 aspects of how to get your career started as you're young, because again, it takes a while to be promoted, you know. So the earlier you start, the better it is for you. If we all admire 30-year-old CEOs or 25-year-old CEOs, and they started when they're young. Yeah. Parents given the opportunity. You're being given the opportunity now, so definitely make the most of it.
Okay, so let's talk about the books now.
To help you with these, with your studies and with these resources, you can see on your screens now. There's 3 books that are really all you need to take your career to the next level. The first book, How to Career, is really 6 simple steps that helps you evaluate a career opportunity. Maybe you want to be an engineer. Is this the right career for you? So using the 6 steps, you can have a checklist. Do I care about it? Is it genuinely authentic to me, or am I following other people? Do I have the reason why? Does it excite me? Do I have the support system or the network, the environment to be able to do that? And how much does it pay as well? So you have all of that resource in How to Career. And this is available on Amazon, online. It's available on Book Depository. It's available Waterstones online, Nielsen. Any online book, How to Career by Linda Pallien, you'll find it there. Any online bookshop. And then the second one is Career Success. Once you've decided what career you're going into, or if you're currently working at the moment, how to get to the next level, to get promoted, to get the recognition you deserve, to get the credibility you deserve, and also the money that you deserve. Definitely career success. That takes it a step further from book one, How to Career, and it gives you tools to be able to increase your perceived value in the marketplace, and that's where the money comes in. So it's talking about how to effectively network, how to answer interview questions, how to build yourself up, to create a brand for yourself and create a presence in the workplace. Career success really helps you with that. And again, that's available online anywhere in a lot of bookshops as well. Just search Career Success by Linda Pallien, and that should come up on Amazon, Book Depository, Waterstones, everywhere. And then finally, we have the Ultimate Career Workbook, and that needs no introduction. It's a workbook where you can actually write in the book itself, and it's a step-by-step checklist of, have I done everything I can do to be at the top of my career right now? And what's my next step? What am I looking for? What am I heading towards? What can I do to leave a legacy in my field? And the workbook takes you step by step. What do I need to know or ask for in a peer review meeting or in a performance review meeting? What do I need to take to an interview? All of these it's a checklist. All of these are in that Ultimate Career Workbook. And again, you can find that on Amazon Career. If you Google Career and Linda Pallien, that should come up in the nearest. Well, actually, now it gets delivered to you, so you're not going anywhere for it. Mm-hmm. Take advantage of it. And these are very, very affordable resources that you can use to jumpstart your career.
Okay. Well, just put all the details there for you, and the books have been made available to you as well. So please take advantage of this. Yeah. I wish that I am 18, or now if I'm going to uni and I had all this information at hand. Jesus, what would I would have done? I tell you that it would be mind blowing. But hey, it's not too late. Yeah, you can still go into whether you are old or whatever it is. Yeah, the resources are there. Make sure you take advantage of it. Linda, let me say thank you once again.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Have a lovely day. We'll catch up later.
You too.
Right then. Bye. Well, listeners, it is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And this is where we bring the program to a close for today. Let me say thank you very much to Linda for that wonderful program and discussions there. Well, so if you're a youth, well, some advice for you. So make hay while the sun shines. Yeah? Somebody says, remember your creator in the days of your youth. When you have the strength and the agility and the everything there for you, make sure you don't mess it up or miss it. Yeah? All right then. Starr Radio UK. 12:30. So I bring the curtains down for the end of the program. But God willing, we'll be coming your way tomorrow with another edition of the morning show. But until then, as I did bring you that music, yes, let me bring it back to you. This week is election week here in London, and the Zogoman says use the ballot box, but give them a bloody nose. I know here when it comes to politics it's a different ball game, but whatever it is, enjoy it, and I see you all tomorrow. Bye bye for now. It's been me, your one and only Archie. Bye bye.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Use the ballot box.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
The polling station and give them a bloody nose. Go to the polling station and give them a bloody nose. One man, one vote. It is your right. If you have a vote, you've got power. So every man have a vote. Every woman have a the ballot box.
Use the ballot box.
Use your vote.
Go to the polling station and give them a bloody nose. Go to the polling station and give them a bloody nose.
Take no lies, take no bribes, take no promises,
take no sting,
take no sound bites, no slogan shouting. Use the ballot box.
Use the ballot box.
Use your vote.
Go to the polling station and give them a